again, Zio here. And normally I don't do things on the weekends, to be totally honest. Especially not on a Sunday, because there's just nothing happening. And I usually don't get around to recording or whatever, but today we do something different. Today we sort of round up the things from earlier this week, as well as some other things that may have, slipped through, didn't get talked about, that sort of thing. This way we can sort of slightly touch on everything, maybe give a refresher, in case you hadn't seen it or heard of it or whatnot, and you're interested in looking more into it. You got the opportunity to do so, of course. So, I guess let's just get into it, shall we? Of course, due to the holidays, we didn't really talk about much this week. However, we did talk about this yesterday. It was how EA apparently has proved EA itself wrong about story-driven single-player experiences, because a few years back they came out and was like, nobody is interested in that. Nobody wants that. We're not going to do that. And they shut down a current project for Star Wars as a result, and a studio after acquiring it because of, reasons. Anyway, that's just a EA thing. The Star Wars The Fallen Order has come out. It's been a massive success, and it has essentially shown that EA people are still interested in this kind of game. Make more of it and stop giving us this microtransaction pay-to-win service is whatever crap it is that you're doing. Give us something worthwhile. But beyond that, if you're interested in Dragon Age, Mark Daron here has been kind of active recently saying Dragon Age a lot, which could hint at a Dragon Age game that is coming over the horizon. It is the executive producer over at BioWare. If you're a fan, of course, of the Dragon Age, you probably know who he is without anybody having to tell you. Then again, maybe you don't. Let's be real, so a lot of times when it comes to who's behind the game, we may know the studio that produced it, like Squaresoft or something like that, or EA. May not know exactly who personally worked on it, which of course is why it's so strange when people are running around that we need to have X, Y, and Z in place at a studio to make things, because for the most part, a lot of gamers don't know who's behind the product, nor do they care, to be totally honest. Unless they're told otherwise and go, look, you should probably care about this. But anyway, apparently their marketing partner is probably mad at him right now. But Dragon Age everywhere. So there's a good chance that there might be a Dragon Age announcement somewhere over the horizon. What are we up to? We're up to 4 now. That is not Dragon Age. I don't know why I clicked on that. But yeah. But that's what's going on over on the Twitter sphere. We have possible Dragon Age information coming out. Stadia, once again, still can't catch a break. Talked about it earlier. Having issues with 4K 60 frames per second because, it's promising 4K 60 and then can't deliver that. And it blamed it on the developers because it's totally the developers' fault, because apparently we're not using a standard PC port or whatnot. Apparently, I guess Stadia is being redesigned when it has the games to work with their stuff, because they have a completely new setup or whatever it is. Sounds like to me that they're doing everything in their power to make this as hard as possible. Anyway, it's remote play. Come on, people. Stadia got updating. One of the things that it's not supposed to be doing is updating and loading screens and stuff like that, which for the most part it has. It won't update in the middle of your thing, and there's not a whole host of loading the screens you got to worry about or anything like that. But somebody caught 2K, NBA 2K20 or whatever, updating. It's hilarious. To be totally honest, it is just a straight up bug. Don't think it's going to happen every time. It should be something done on the server side. Shouldn't even be looked at from your side. But yeah, that happened. Thought it was hilarious that the fact that somebody caught it updating when they're not supposed to catch it updating. But Google has, of course, hired several people from the Assassin's Creed's Ubisoft devs and some other people, because apparently they have opened up a gaming studio for Stadia in Montreal. If you don't know where Montreal is, I'm pretty sure that's in Canada. It's north of the border. They have good taxes, something like that, or no taxes. I don't remember, but it's really good, I hear, to open up a gaming studio. And Google Stadia is striving for some first-party titles, which of course is something I've mentioned in the past. You don't have any first-party titles. Why would anybody want this to begin with, other than the convenience? And even then, they don't have that right now. But apparently Google is attempting to, bring us first-party titles, something to drive this home, especially in a year or so when you can just sign up for a Stadia account and, you don't have to buy all this hardware and everything else. I still gonna say Xbox's thing that they're doing right now that I can't remember because I haven't had enough coffee is probably going to be better off. I mean, at least it is right now. And it's not the first time that Google, of course, has sabotaged one of its own experiments. I guess you can say there is a Google graveyard out there. If you hadn't actually heard of it, you should probably go look it up, because there is a ton of stuff that Google has attempted to do or started to do, and they've just sort of killed it off because it's as if they have no idea what it is that they're doing. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or if they legitimately have no clue what they're doing. But they are opening up a gaming studio in Montreal. And they are poaching themselves some decent talent, too, for it. So, it's not like it's a bunch of no-names that you're never going to hear about. They've got some decent talent coming in over there to start working on, video games. Now, Blizzard. Blizzard. So did you know there was a disciplinary tracker? Because I didn't. I didn't until I was looking around, because I heard something about somebody leaking confidential information in the Overwatch League, leaving that league, coming back and being fined. And I'm sitting here thinking, let's think. Blitzchung, right? Hearthstone player. Freedom for Hong Kong, Revolution of Our Time, gets banned for 1 year. Banned for 1 year. Prize money stripped from him. The announcer's banned for 1 year. AU, no ban. And then, like a week later, 7 or 8 days later, they decide, we're going to reduce the ban on Blitzchung and the casters. They're now 6 months, and we're going to ban AU for 6 months, and Blitzchung gets his money back, right? Yeah, I'm still going on about that because that ban was horrible. There's no point to that. Anyway, it's a disciplinary tracker for Overwatch, which shows you a lot of things that people get banned for. How long they were banned for. And it's an interesting thing, because this last one, November 26th, Fisher, from the Vancouver Titans, was fined $3,000 for sharing confidential league information. That was it. No ban. Fined $3,000 for leaking confidential information as he was leaving the league. And then he decided to come back, and they fined him $3,000. Are you serious, Blizzard? That Wow. So, if I was going to ban somebody, right, it would probably be for things like hacking. If it was a first offense, I probably wouldn't ban them for life, like that Fortnite guy. I mean, unless they've got him doing it multiple times, they've told him, multiple times, and that's just something we don't know, then maybe that punishment was totally, completely fair. But, if it was the first offense, I'd probably be like, look, first offense, you can't do anything for 6 months. Sorry. Next time, don't cheat. If, something like that. And then, of course, other offenses would equal a larger ban, of course. Maybe they were selling their account or something, because, that's a big no-no. Ban the account for a bit or whatever. And things like that. I'm not really sure what account boosting is, unless that's where you're paying for people to, I guess, follow the account. Could be. But anyway. Oh, wow. Somebody actually did for selling an account and obstructing league office investigation, suspended 3 games. See? I mean, that I would do. This one is a little dumb, though. Maybe for throwing matches, if you've got to do something about that. Suspended 5 games for throwing matches and toxicity. But whatever. Fined 1,000 for account sharing, which is where you just share your account with a friend or whatnot. I mean, everybody does it when it comes to Netflix. Probably shouldn't do that when you're playing Worlds or something with an account, but that's just me. Anyway, he gets fined 3,000, leaks confidential information, and that's it. I would probably ban for that. That would be a bannable offense, but what do I know? I'm not Blizzard at this point. But I believe that's it. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.